So, you live in or around Newnan, you've got a dog you love, and you're thinking about finding a trainer. Perfect. You're in exactly the right place. We're going to walk through how to find a fantastic local dog trainer who's the right fit for you and your dog.
Here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll talk about what life with a dog in Newnan actually looks like. Then, we'll get into a trainer's philosophy, what they believe and how they teach. After that, we'll look at the different training styles, what you should budget for costs around here, and finally, the most important questions you need to ask before you hire anyone.
I think we can all picture this, right? You want to take a nice, relaxing walk downtown, maybe around the square, but your arm feels like it's about to pop out of its socket because your dog is pulling you towards every single smell. That's exactly the kind of thing the right training can fix, turning that chaos into a calm, enjoyable walk for both of you.
All right, let's jump into our first section. This is all about thinking about your goals in the context of living right here in Newnan. Because training shouldn't be generic. It should be designed for your actual everyday life.
So what does that really mean? Well, it means having a dog who can walk calmly down Greenville Street without lunging at every person you pass. It means having good manners when you're at a busy place like Ashley Park. It's about your dog being able to stay focused on you when you're on the Greenway Trail, with all the bikes and other dogs. And just generally being a good neighbor, whether you're at a community event or just running into people on your street.
So now that you know what you want to achieve, let's talk about how you're going to get there. This brings us to a trainer's philosophy. This is so important because you want to find someone whose methods are not only effective, but also humane, and build a great relationship with your dog.
And really, the approach you want to look for is called positive reinforcement. The idea is simple. You reward the behavior you want to see. When your dog does something right, they get something they love, a treat, a favorite toy, or even just some excited praise from you. It's so powerful because it makes learning fun, and it really builds this incredible bond of trust between you and your dog. They learn to want to work with you.
Okay, but how can you tell if a trainer really knows their stuff? Well, certifications are a great indicator. Let's quickly go over these. A CPDT-KA is a fantastic place to start. It means the trainer has passed a big exam on training knowledge and ethics. A KPA-CTP means they've graduated from the Karen Pryor Academy, which is all about top-notch positive reinforcement skills. Now, if you're dealing with something more serious like major fear or reactivity, you might look for these next two. An IABC-CDBC or a CBCC-KA means that person is a certified behavior consultant. They have advanced knowledge for tackling the really tough stuff, like deep-seated anxiety or aggression.
All right, so you found a trainer who uses methods you feel good about. Now, what will the training actually look like? That brings us to Section 3, choosing the right training style, because there are a few different ways to go about it.
The two most common options are in-home training and group classes. So think about where your biggest struggles are. In-home training is perfect for things that happen in your house. Barking like crazy at the doorbell, jumping all over guests, or even just basic potty training. It's totally customized to you. On the flip side, group classes are an amazing place to practice in the real world. They teach your dog how to focus on you even with the distraction of other dogs and people around. It's great for building that reliable obedience.
Of course, there are other options too. You might hear about board and train programs. That's where your dog actually goes and stays with the trainer for a few weeks. This can be a really solid option for really busy families or for tackling more complex behavioral issues that need constant professional guidance to get a head start.
Now, for the topic everyone thinks about, the money. Let's get into Section 4 and talk about the cost. It's good to have a realistic idea of what professional dog training actually costs here in the Newnan area so you can plan for it.
So, what should you expect to pay? Knowing the general price range helps you budget and also helps you recognize the value you're getting from a true professional.
Okay, here's a general breakdown for Newnan and Coweta County. For a group class that runs for about 4 to 6 weeks, you're usually looking at somewhere between $150 and $285 for the whole course. If you want one-on-one private lessons, those typically run about $100 to $180 per session. An in-home package of, say, 4 to 6 visits will probably be in the $400 to $850 range. And then the board and train programs, being the most intensive, are also the biggest investment.
We are on to our last section. You've figured out your goals, you've done your research, and you have a short list of trainers. Now it's time to actually talk to them. Asking a few key questions can make all the difference in finding the perfect match.
So here are the 4 big questions you should definitely ask. Number 1, what training methods and tools do you use? You want to hear that their answer lines up with that positive rewards-based approach. 2, what are your credentials or certifications? And now you know what to listen for.
3, and this one is huge, how will you customize the training plan for my specific dog and my goals? You want to make sure you're not getting a one-size-fits-all plan. And finally, number 4, what are the total costs involved? Any good professional will be totally upfront about their pricing so there are no surprises later.
You know, finding the right trainer is a real investment in the life you share with your dog. It's all about building that communication and trust so you can have a confident, happy companion for all your adventures around town. I wish you the very best of luck in your search. Having a well-trained dog just makes everything better, from those walks down Greenville Street to a fun day at Ashley Park, and especially all those wonderful, quiet moments you share together at home.